Oh, it's a bit. I'd like. Oh no! Oh no! I think we're live now. Um. So the thing is, I'd like a live. Oh man. Oh boy. Um. So these live streams are not really well. They're completely unplanned, and we just don't know what's going to happen when we start doing this. So I'm going to start talking, but I don't know what to talk about exactly. I might talk about the little figures on the screen, but I really need to be able to see a live image of the. Uh, I need like 3 screens or something. This here is Mr. Wharf, of course. Probably already talked about the figures in a previous video, but I developed a bit of a sort of an addiction to buying figures at one point, and it was a long time ago. And but there's like you know how the Scottish are kind of infamous for being a bit they call it tight, you know. So we're always trying to save money, and I just remember that I came across Mr. Wharf here, and he was cheaper than the other figures, and he came with a lot of bits and pieces like extra arms and hands, and he has 2 heads, and I bought it because it was cheaper. It's kind of strange, and I think people probably will be frustrated or not understand. This little car here is actually my son's car, and I got it for him on a birthday, and so that's got a sort of significance there. Egon here was the first thing I bought, you know, and I just love the details, and I love the fact that he is so he kind of looks a bit like an Aardman claymation sort of character, and I love the stylized look of him, and he sort of got the ball rolling. He started. He was there at the beginning. I think it was him, and I could have gone on to buy a lot of figures because I got excited. There were so many that were a lot of fun. Oh yeah, and that was the other thing too, was you know, so I don't know if any of you saw Screen Junkies. They had like a table, and they had all these figures in front of them, and I just always thought that was like that. I liked the look of it. Mr. Spock here, he was yeah, I love the original Star Trek, so I was it's I just actually showed that episode to my kids, and uh they had never seen. This was the 4th episode that they've ever seen. My son really liked the Horta, and I'm trying to think of things to talk about. It's the I started to write and self-publish books recently, and uh, that has been it's been kind of difficult. But I love writing the books, and so I'll keep writing them, and I will keep publishing them. I hope. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm quite a shy, quiet person, and so the publicity campaign, the publicity, look, you need to do things that are like outside of your comfort zone, and I will possibly be going to a library. Oh, this is just getting awkward. Okay, so the food, uh, the movie and food people, I do have some stuff, but it's very sugary stuff. Uh, I don't know if that's got caffeine in it. Let's see. Uh, there's so my aunt. Well, she's my aunt-in-law. She's my USA aunt, and she I don't know if it has caffeine or not in it, but we just got our Christmas presents from her, and she got gave me a whole load of Indian food, and some of it has even got like Indian writing on it because her son uh, has a girlfriend from India, and so and he loves Indian food, and I love Indian food. But we all know there's many regions of India, and so when you say Indian food, that's a very, very like vast area. But it's there's no mention of caffeine. I always so I always wanted to do these live stream shows, and believe it or not, this sounds really kind of crazy, but I wanted to do like 3 hour long shows. Um, I don't know. I'm kind of drawn to it. I don't know if I'm good at talking. Some people in the past have told me that I'm not good at talking to the camera. And I think that that's kind of it can be true sometimes, but I can also get like when I get on a roll, if I keep going, keep talking, I can we can end up with me with a verbal what they call verbal diarrhea, and I can go for a long time. You just have to get me onto the topic, so the right topic, and that would probably be movies, and I guess I could, yeah, and food, movies and food. Um, Particularly, I guess, movie directors and yes, we just had the death of David Lynch, which was, I think, like 2 weeks ago now. And he, of course, so his movies were considered to be kind of strange, weird, and and I, but I, there was one point in my life where I started watching lots of videos of him talking, and I think there's so many concurrent viewers. There was somebody there. They've gone now, so we're back to zero. That's okay. Warning, the stream current. Yeah, I'm getting that warning again. Um, I do need some people in the chat to tell me if the sound is actually working. That would be really good. That would be very helpful. Because we just don't know whether it's because it's so finicky and so what was I talking about? That's the other thing you'll notice is that I can get very, very easily distracted, and suddenly I'm on to something else. Oh, it was David Lynch, wasn't it? So David Lynch. I did have Twin Peaks, the original, or we could call it the first season. I did buy that, but I didn't watch very much of it, and that is back in Scotland, and I didn't bring it over with me. But David Lynch, like I say, I started watching him talking in interviews and things, and he talks about depression, and he talks about story writing, and it did turn out that I was your sound is okay-ish, but it's altering your voice to sound like a strangled hernia. Oh no, but that could be, oh, is it like a chipmunk? Because I've had that problem a lot, but I actually do have a voice that's kind of a little bit higher. And I did want to see your video on David Lynch, because I wanted to know what you felt about David Lynch. I like to watch him talk, and he was so kind of his voice was kind of calming, and hey, it sounds higher than normal, but don't worry. Okay. Okay. But he did, of course, direct The Elephant Man, which is one of his more normal kind of movies, and is a brilliant movie. And we also have the movie that he, when he, I guess it was more what we might call like mainstream, was when he did Dune. The Americans actually say they pronounce it Dune, with so maybe shouldn't get into that though, but they it's famous for me because we get to see Patrick Stewart running across the battlefield holding a pug. A bit like Avenue. I liked a few of his movies. Sure, Elephant Man, the musical, did not work on stage. Interesting. I didn't know there was an Elephant Man the musical, but I did. I managed to see. So the high school students, they did an Alien stage play, and I managed to see quite a bit of that, and it's actually quite good. That way, there's this one part where the person dressed up as the alien, they start to walk out into the audience, and it's quite interesting to watch. But I am a huge Alien fan. They should have really had the alien here, but this was a bit kind of rushed. Patrick Stewart has seen it. He's seen it all. So, but yes, we actually have Indian food here, which with Indian writing on it. I don't know if you're here for the food, or the movie stuff, but we got this. Hold on. There's a bit of a weird delay on the screen where I see myself, but I see myself in the past. But I was given. We had like Christmas presents given to us that are given to us from a family member who has a son who has a girlfriend from India. There's something. Oh. Ow. Yeah. Yeah, I mean this stuff looks like shrimp, but it says it's crispy, deep fried, and cylinder-shaped savory snack made of flour and spices. But it doesn't say. That's weird. I can't quite figure out what it actually is. They did, there was a, so the Witches by Roald Dahl, I think, is also a musical now, like a stage musical. And I do have a recommendation. All of the stuff, I've probably talked about this in a previous video, but it does look like prawn, doesn't it? Yeah. It really does look like. It's going to be really interesting to eat this one. But yeah, so I tried Gandhi fries. They were pretty spicy. Not a fan of shrimp, but prawns are good. The Witch's 1989 version is the best version. Yes, it was really, it was kind of disturbing. I think it had Rowan Atkinson, or either Rowan Atkinson or John Cleese or somebody. But it was a British movie, and I think it's probably American funding. It's usually got American funding, but I think the new version of The Witch is probably, it might be American. I don't know though. Yeah, it's those it's the practical effects in these things. They make it more disturbing, whereas the CG just doesn't. It just doesn't. We got 3 concurrent viewers. I don't know what concurrent means. And we still got a warning. Okay, it's kind of thirsty business, isn't it? Yeah, I haven't been on YouTube in a really long time. Yeah, Rowan Atkinson. The last thing I saw him do was like something where he was like looking after somebody's house, and it was like a luxury house with, yeah, current, yeah. And Rowan Atkinson. So it reminded me of the Peter Sellers. So well, there's like a that's a train. Um, at the same time. Okay, okay. Thank you. Happening is yeah. Um, yeah. So trying to remember the Frank Spencer. There's an episode of Frank Spencer, I think, where he's in a house that has like tons and tons of gadgets, and there's and um and there's a Peter Sellers movie called The Party, where he's he's like he works he sort of causes accidents on the set. Like at the beginning, I think um he makes the miniature blow up when they haven't started the cameras, and then it goes to this party that he's at, and oh yeah, Pete, and I think he's an Indian person in it, and there's an elephant in it and a swimming pool, and my dad loved that movie, and my dad is really the reason that I'm into movies, because he just well, I don't know if how personal we get here. I guess we could say he smoked and he drank until he was until he was age 39, and then he was told that he had to just stop completely, or it was going to kill him. So he kind of started to watch the TV a lot, and I was there. He says he blames me for. Oh, he blames himself for my movie obsession, and it is like it does go quite like it's a pretty oh God. I do need a drink. Hold on. I don't know how long we've been going. I think we've been. Oh, it says 24 minutes. The Party was the film that the writers of Mr. Bean used as a guide on the character on Peter Sellers' play. Interesting. He wrecks most things on the house by the end of the film. Yeah. Do you know the name of the so I think it was like a TV show, but it was kind of made in like a movie. It was very much like a movie, and it had Rowan Atkinson, and he's just trying to he's wrecking the house, and he's trying to kill a bee. Is it a bee? think it is. Most you have done on live stream, I think. Oh, yeah, yeah. I always wanted to do live stream and go for like 3 hours and just like really just I don't know why, but I just kind of compelled to do it. And I did manage to sort out the sound yesterday, but I don't know because I can't hear it. I don't know if it's, but it was being. It's like every time you start up the software, it does something different. It's really frustrating. But yeah, the last thing that I watched was Man vs. Bee. That's it. That wasn't the last thing I watched, but Man vs. Bee. Yeah, I think it's called Man vs. Bee. Yeah, it is. I think so. And it was I never saw all of it. He didn't do. There was something. So this is jumping again to something else, but I'm thinking there was like a comedy with maybe David Jason, and he was protecting. He was a bodyguard, and he was protecting the Queen. The bee wins. It's kind of like, oh, I know. It's kind of like Mouse Hunt, isn't it? Yeah, Mouse Hunt, where the end of Mouse Hunt, the building is just totally destroyed, and yeah, Lee Evans, I think, was in that. What happened to Lee Evans? Yeah, yeah, it's saying something about the connection. It's saying that the stream's current bitrate is 2,668, and it's lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend that you use a stream rate of 6,000 and 6,800. The Odd Job or the Queen's Bodyguard. Yeah, it was the Queen's Bodyguard. Lee Evans last seen in Something About Mary. Oh wow, that's a long time ago. That's a really long time ago. Do you remember Rick Moranis? He just kind of disappeared, and then he didn't reappear for the new Ghostbusters. I've got a kind of. What do you think about the new Ghostbusters movies? Was it Frozen Empire or something? And then they were. I think it was a bit. It was frustrating. I think that it doesn't feel like Ghostbusters, you know? Oh, the comments get to you late. Okay. He might have felt he was just not into his character anymore. Yeah. I heard that with Rick Moranis, I think he something to do with his family, and like he just walked away, I think. What was I gonna Mouse Hunt, and then I'm trying to think. Oh, well, I was going to talk. I was going to talk about the TV show Silo, which is, again, it's kind of a frustrating. It's like it's really really good, but it's got this problem, and the problem is filler. And there's quite a bit of filler going on in the middle of season 1, and then season 2, the exact same problem. But if you could, like, these, it's quite a good story. I think I've got mine. I do need to trim my mustache. It's getting incredibly long, and it's kind of going up into my nose. Uh, yeah. There was I remember sitting there with my dad, and he was looking at Lee Evans, and he said he was reminded of Norman Wisdom. And I can't remember any Norman Wisdom. I remember watching Norman Wisdom movies. We watched them, but I can't remember any titles. I think he was called Norman Wisdom. I also have a tendency to some names will pop into my head, and then I question if the names are real or not, which is a bit weird. Saw a similar show about workers on a roadside. Most episodes were fillers. Yeah, it's so frustrating. It's like they get these 10 episode the 10 episode seasons, but they could cut it down to like 5 episodes, and it would be really really good. Like, I mean, it's a success, and it's they've greenlit the was it like the next two seasons of it. They said they're going to finish it with a fourth season, and I'll continue to watch it. And it's got Tim Robbins. It's like the Shawshank guy, and it's got Rebecca Ferguson. She's actually Scottish, and she's really really good in it. Norman Wisdom turned to the dark arts, especially when they used the cement mixer. The cement mixer. I don't know what he's. I don't know what that means. We were talking about the Hoover Dam and how the workers fell into the cement, and they're buried. They couldn't. They tried hard to get them out, but they're in there now. So the dead bodies are inside the Hoover Dam, which is kind of weird. But I guess it's just and the Panama Canal. I believe that thousands, maybe tens of thousands, died making the Panama Canal. There's actually there's some good documentaries, I think, that the BBC did, but we're going back maybe 20 odd years now. Yeah. And now in politics, we've now got something going on with Panama, whereby I think like a previous president gave. I don't know the details exactly, but he gave it back to Panama or something, but then he didn't really, and then he didn't really give it back or something, and then the Chinese got control of it, and then President Trump is now got it back again, I think. So Yeah. There was a movie called Sahara with she's actually got the guy from Silo is in it. Is he called now? And it's got Matthew McConaughey. He's in it, and it's kind of like it's called Sahara, and it's kind of like mixing sort of James Bond with Indiana Jones, and and I think there's something in there where they they call like a maneuver that they do in their speedboat. They call it a Panama, I think. Steve Zahn or something. I actually really like that actor. He's really good. Um, he's really good in Silo. Uh, yeah, he's good in Rescue Dawn, and he's good in well, there was a no, can't remember the name of it, but there was a TV show. Uh, he's a good actor. I really love that guy, Sholto Copley. I don't know if I butchered the pronunciation there, but he's a South African actor, and he's kind of it's like well, I saw a movie recently with him, and it was about lions, a kind of killer lions, and it was Idris Elba was the main the the main part, the protagonist, and then Sholto Shol how do you say he was like the sort of side kind of character, and I think and I think that's the forward finger that I think that Sholto should have had the main part. You know, I love Idris Elba though, I do, but I think Sholto would have, he like I don't know. And Idris should be the next James Bond. Like yeah, I think it was during the Chinese handing over of Russian documents, once read by Ronald Reagan during his time, and the African connection, not heard of Silo. Oh yeah. So Silos, it's based on three books, and the books have got different names. So the first book is called Wool, and I believe it's quite a popular. Um, yeah, but I don't. It just could be Bond for sure. Yeah, yeah. We've been going 38, 39 minutes. Yeah, and I'm now in the attic. I used to be downstairs, and it's kind of hot up here, and well, there is an air conditioner, but it's kind of loud. Gotta go. You need to announce your live streams ahead of time, so more people can tune in. That is very true. That is it. That is very true. True. Maybe if I put it on the thing that's used to say community, but now it says posts. Yeah, if I posted it on it's like a forum. Yeah, I could post it there, and then yeah. Okay, well, it was good. it was good to see you too, and and I will see you again. I'll speak to you again. Not sure what we're going to talk about now. I'm not. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about now. There's uh supplements. Supplements. Uh, I do have osteoarthritis, and I swear to you that this I don't know if you can see that, but I swear to you that that kind of that did help a bit. Yeah, but sometimes with medication or the supplements, it seems that uh you have to. It seems like it possibly kicks in at like 2 or 3 weeks into it, so you have to keep going with it. Um, but again, sometimes I feel it's kind of inconclusive, and it's like, well, did that actually work? I'm here for a minute or two. Okay. Yes, when I was making my animations, they were being. I was doing it in like a kind of strange way, where I would do like I would find something that I found really interesting, and I would build a scene, and then I would do like like build a completely separate scene, and then I would sort of join the things together. And I found out that David Lynch he kind of wrote like that as well, and so it was kind of just strange sitting there in Scotland watching this guy, and I think he's had he had quite a life where I think just before he made Eraserhead, he it's like sounded like I think they just had a kid, and then his wife, the marriage just totally fell apart. Either just before Eraserhead, or during it or something. They just didn't want him to. Yeah, and he chose the movie to make the movie over his marriage, and then I don't know how many times he got married after that, but I did. It is interesting when you start to look into the lives of these people. David Lean was another one who was just. I think he was like married like 5 times, and Steven Spielberg only got married once. He's kind of like an exception to it. Uh, there's probably people though that are married just the once. I still want to see. I was really that thing that you posted. So I'm talking to. I'm at the moment. I'm talking to Joe's Movie Talk, and me and Joe have been we've been talking to each other for years now, and he has some very interesting videos, and I would say to definitely check him out. But he posted this thing about it's a play. It's like a stage play called The Shark is Broken, or is it the shark is still broken, or the shark is broken? Anyway, and it's just I've only ever seen clips from the thing, but it's really, really good, and I just would love to see. I'd absolutely love to see the whole thing, but I don't think it's still not available. I've never come across it. Yeah, I've never come across it before. But you can see the Alien stage play. They've filmed. There's like a thing where they filmed it. Like they've nicely so filmed it and edited it, and it's got nice sound. And I should post a link to that on my forum. So Gurney Weaver was there, and she introduced the whole thing, and I didn't watch the whole thing, so maybe it wasn't as good as all that. I don't know. I do have attention problems, so what was I going to say? I was going to say that no, it's gone again. So 46 minutes. that's that's not something that live streamers do. Is they go and what they tell you. So, right now, I'm losing it. No, I'm losing it. I really wanted to also see a stage play, the stage play of so it was Danny Boyle, and he did like a Frankenstein stage play, and it was actually on a stage where they could make it rain, and Benedict Cumberbatch I think was like plays both parts, not at the not at the same time, but like I think they would have one night where Benedict was doing like Victor Frankenstein, and then the next like another night where he did the monster, and I really wanted to see that as well, but fame at last, yeah. Head over to the channel. Yours too. Yours too. I think I butchered the reading of that comment. Fame at last. It would be nice to have like it would be nice to be speaking to a lot of people, because I need it would be good because of the well, it would just it's good to have an audience. The shorts the shorts do get viewed. They do get views. But when we were when I'm doing like long videos or just on the normal videos, I don't get very many views, and it's just kind of it's chat rate. We've got chat rate 1, views 4, concurrent views 1, average view duration 16 minutes 22. Yeah. Okay, Okay. I'll s- I will see you as well. And thanks for coming in and and thanks for the encouragement. Okay. I enjoyed it too. We're um okay. It says there are two concurrent viewers. Okay. Okay. Like two might be watching but not texting, it seems. Yep. Okay. I do like my little figures quite a lot. Uh, it's a shame the Terminator could. Oh, whoa! It's a shame that the Terminator couldn't be here because he's a lot of fun, and I always like the way that the light bounces off his silvery paint because he's not metal, he's plastic, but he does look really good on the on video. And I do have an Alien as well, and I chose the one from Alien 3 because I thought it was the one that looked like the it looked the I thought the Alien 3 one looked the best. And that's the dog alien. Uh I think that one looked really good, but I do know that David Fincher is not a happy man when he's and he wouldn't even talk about it on the documentary. He's nowhere to be seen. It's quite a sad story. Um but I wonder how many people watching this saw the most recent Alien. Why am I talking like that? So the most recent Alien. It's called Alien Romulus, and I'm wondering how many people what the opinions are. I'm just wondering what the opinions are. Uh, I'm in a kind of. I sometimes feel like I'm in a minority group because I loved the Prometheus and Alien Covenant, and I thought the David character, although I guess he's a villain. I mean, he's doing villainous stuff. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's kind of a villain. So but it's an interesting character, and you just want to know what's going to happen with him, and and then there's a cliffhanger at the end of Alien Covenant, and then we don't there's no more there isn't a movie there's no movie afterward, like there's no sequel. um they and so I'm a fan of that, and I felt I I I guess the new one was okay. It's quite well made, and the android in it was really he was very good. He was definitely the best thing in it. But and it's very well shot and everything. But I just think it could have been a better script, and I also, furthermore, really wanted to see the Neil Blomkamp, um, just to see what his movie would have been like. And it's a shame he was not allowed to make it, and it seems just kind of silly to me because we've got Alien Romulus. Well, what's the difference between? Although I guess it's because he wanted to have Sigourney Weaver in it. I get, and that's probably just too. That was too much for Ridley Scott to allow. I guess, you know, there was some sort of battle going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, and I don't know if I'm sounding like a chipmunk. I was told that and it's possible that I do. I have quite a high sounding voice anyway, so, but I had sorted the sound out, but it may not be sorted. That's kind of making me want to, kind of making me want to stop, because I don't want to put out like a poor, uh, like a poor quality video. We did have a lot of fun here. Yeah, I wonder. What time is it? Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm trying to think what else I could talk about. I don't. I need to kind of regather my thoughts and then come back on. I think I might do that, but I also want to know if how bad the sound is. So I need like a little catch phrase, like an ending, like an outro, where I say something, you know, like catch you all in the next one. No, but that's taken. That's already taken. Okay, so see you in the next one, and behave yourself, and I will be back soon. Oh, there's somebody came on, and then left again. Concurrent viewers. Okay, I need to stop saying that, and I'll be back in a moment.